Good morning, students. Today in this video we are going to study Flamingo's second chapter, Lost Spring. As we know that spring is the name of a season which is symbolic of joy, happiness, beauty, and hope. So the title of the chapter, Lost Spring, is a metaphor actually used for loss of childhood of millions of child laborers in our country. This chapter has been written by Anis Jung. This chapter has two parts. So in this video we will study the first part. Students, about the author. The author is Anis Jung, who was born in 1964 in Rourkela, Odisha, and spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. She received her education in Hyderabad and in the United States of America. Students, explanation of the chapter. Student, this first part is sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. So the first story is sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. This is about the author's encounter with a boy named Sahib Alam. He visits the nearby garbage dump every morning looking for valuable in the garbage. The author one day asks him, "Why do you do this?" The boy tell her. He had left home in Dhaka, that is Bangladesh, long ago and did not have many memories of it. His mother has told him that the storm has swept away their fields and their home. That is why they had come to live in the big city looking for gold. Now, children, my question to you is here, what does gold mean? Gold here means, students, that anything and everything that is required for their survival. That is why they have migrated to this big city to find gold. So, as a reply to the author's question that why do you do this boy, Sahib Alam, says that he has nothing else to do. So she advises him to go to school. But on the other hand, she herself realizes that her advice is hollow. And the boy also replies that there is no school in his neighborhood, so he cannot go to school. She makes him a false promise. She asks him that if she opens a school, would he come? He says yes, he would definitely like to come to school. And after a few days, he comes over and asks her that, "Ma'am, when is the school going to open? Is it ready?" The author feels very embarrassed and shamed that she had made a false promise with that boy. She just said like this in a lighter sense, but the boy's life is full of such false promises. He has many such unfulfilled dreams. When the author comes to know that his name is Sahib Alam, which means the Lord of Universe, she feels it is inappropriate for him. And she wonders, does this boy know what is the meaning of his name? She just sees him roaming around with a group of boys who are also rag pickers, and most of them remain barefoot. They do not have any footwear to wear, and some of them are wearing torn footwear. The author thought that they have found, this torn footwear from the garbage dump. One boy told her that it is the tradition in their family to remain barefoot. But the author feels that he is incapable of buying these slippers or footwear. Sahib Alam and his family had migrated from Bangladesh in 1971 and they started living in Simapuri, which was mere a wilderness that time. There are 10,000 other shoeless rag picker like Sahib also. Now at present they are living in Simapuri, which is on the verge of, on the outer edge of Delhi, in structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin, and which is devoid of sewage system, drainage system, or any water supply system. Pe- People call them squatters because they have come from Bangladesh. They have lived here for more than 30 years without any identity cards or permit. They have right to vote only. With ration cards, they get grains. Food actually is more important for survival than identity for them. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents. They be- and that place become their transit homes for the time being. And children grow up in them and become partners in survival. In Simapuri, survival means one thing, and that thing is rag picking. And through the years, now even in this rag picking, also they have got a fine art because practice makes a man perfect. So, this rag picking has become a fine art for them. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread and a roof over their heads. Sometimes Sahib finds a rupee also, even sometime a 10 rupee note also in the heap of the garbage. Then there is a hope of finding more. Garbage actually has a different meaning for elders or parents and for these children. For parents, it is only a means of survival, but for these children, it is a wrapped in wonder. One winter morning, the author finds Sahib standing by the gate of a neighborhood club. This club was tennis club, and he is watching two young men playing tennis. They are dressed in white. Sahib likes the game, but he is content, he is satisfied to watch his standing behind the fence only. Sahib is wearing discarded tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. But tennis is out of his reach. Then, a student, do you know what happened one day? That this morning Sahib is on his way to milk booth. The author saw him going to milk booth. So in his hand there is a steel canister. Now he has started working in a tea stall and he is paid 800 rupees with all his meals. So the student, now Sahib is no longer his master. His face has lost that carefree look also. He does not seem happy at all working at the tea stall. Thank you, students.